welcome back to my channel. My name is Tracy. In today's video, we will be working on Kendra's Card Challenge 16 with This Calls for Confetti. Let's go ahead and get started. In case you didn't already know, with Kendra's Card Challenge, you make 15 cards with 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper and enter it into Kendra's Facebook group in order to win prizes. So I hope that you'll consider joining if you haven't already. All the links are listed down below. And we are sponsored by all of these fabulous sponsors, so make sure to give them all a visit and show them some love. Today's video is brought to you by This Calls for Confetti. They have a $25 gift certificate as a prize. So let's go ahead and get into the cards. So here's what they sent me. So these cool little light gray confettis. They're called Cloudy Day, Sequin Confetti. And then this Christmas Post, 40 pieces of ephemera, and these fabulous papers. I love the grays with the kind of muted pinks, and the reds and the blacks and the browns. Just beautiful, beautiful color combinations. And we'll just kind of go through and look at some of these sheets and see what's on them. I love all the little typewriters, and they're all kind of shipping related. This was one of my favorites. I don't know why. I love abstract like that. Little packages, more little deer antlers, just some light pink. We'll be using that today. And these super cute little reindeer postage stamps, which you could cut them out individually if you wanted to. And then more of the tiny stuff and a little plaid. And then we're right back to the beginning. And I'm rough on my paper pads. So here's just kind of a still picture of most of the ephemera in the pack. Some of it I've taken out and trimmed off the edges already because I do that. And just to kind of double show you, it's called Christmas Post. And first we're going to start work on sketch 8. What I'm going to do here is I've done the inside. I'm going to do 2 cards today, and I've done the insides already. And I've got a little pop-up here on my little postage, and then here I've got the naughty and nice, and I've stamped Merry Christmas on the inside. So those are ready to go. So let's go ahead. We'll do sketch 8, and we'll do sketch, I can't see it, 12, I think. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12. And I've already cut out all the pieces that I need, starting with sketch 8. And I've got, my backer paper is a light gray paper. And I'm just going to lay everything out on this light colored paper. So in case you didn't know, this is a hop, and we hope that you can hop along. Every stop on the hop has an entry form for a giveaway from Kendra. So make sure you fill those out. Leave us a comment. Give us a thumbs up, all the YouTube things. And then if you want to know more about Kendra's Card Challenge, I have all the information listed down below. So I'm just going to glue these pieces on. And then I'm going to use this red and white baker's twine for the little twine piece. I'm just going to wrap it around and kind of roughly, and I like to tie a knot before I tie a bow, just so I can kind of make sure that I've got it tight enough. I know that you can use reverse tweezers, but I don't have any idea where mine are. So there's that. And then I'll just tie my little bow, and I'm not going to cut any strings off of it or anything yet until I'm practically finished with the card. Love, love, love these papers. All right, now we've got our little circular piece, and believe it or not, even though I'm setting this up the way it is on the sketch, you're not going to be able to see it because I'm going to kind of cluster this ephemera on here. And as you can see, I've cut off the white edges, and I've actually used a little bit of black ink to kind of distress the edges a bit. So I'll just glue these pieces on. This couldn't be any easier. We'll glue this one on top, and then I'll put this little guy on top of here. And I'm going to do them all just kind of flat down in a cluster. And then I'll pop the whole cluster up. Oh my gosh, this ephemera is so stinking cute. So the thing is you don't have to cut the white parts off. If you like them, leave them on. By all means, this is just me. So I've just put some foam tape on the top and bottom so it can kind of straddle those middle pieces. And I'll just kind of place it where I think I want it and move my little bow out of the way here a little. Come on, get down. It keeps sticking to the string. Now I'll adjust my bow and trim that off. And then that's going to go down onto this red card base. And I start to glue it, and then second thought, I decide I better kind of prop that up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some white paper, a couple layers of it, and just glue the paper down until it's to the height of the string so that I don't have, you know, a weird little bumpty bump in my card. And this is, I'm just trimming off some 110-pound cardstock. You could use foam tape if you wanted to. Either way, because this will make the card heavier than foam tape would. But not that bad. Not that bad at all. So let's get another piece down over the top just to make sure that I've got the same height there as my string. Let's check it. And then secondly, my card base itself is a thinner, it's probably an 85-pound cardstock. So you know, you definitely want to reinforce something like that so it's not floppy. Now we've got a nice sturdy card. So here's this one, and I'm just going to set it aside, and I'm going to work on sketch 12, and then I'll put the confetti on last. So sketch 12 is kind of fun and interesting, and I've used the light pink papers for it. And one thing to keep in mind, when I cut these out, I had to do one of them upside down because they have text on them, and so I wanted to make sure the text was going in the correct direction on both sides. And I did edge these as well with some black soot ink, just to kind of distress them a little bit and just make them stand out a little bit more. And I just barely did that, so it's not like super distressed. Get this one laid in, and see, now I've got all my text going the right way. And then I've just cut a little strip to glue down the center out of that same gray paper. I was glad I had some light gray paper in my stash. All I could find at first was some dark gray, and I'm like, I don't want dark gray, I want light gray. You know how that goes. And I could have, you know, ink blended on it with some maybe lost shadow or something. I'm going to go ahead and glue this portion down to the card base. And again, super easy, all these, but, you know, paper is everything. Of course, you know, us paper hoarders know that. Then I've got my two pieces, which again, probably no part of them are going to show, but just in case they do. And just get that glued down. Decide where I want that on the card, and I'm going to pop that up before I glue down my ephemera. I think just one, and then I'll just do a little trimming on this. Listen, I'm lazy. I just grab whatever's next to me. Whatever's close. Yeah, that's perfect. It's just a low profile tape, so it's not going to stick out really big because I'm also going to pop up one of the pieces of ephemera. And I'll add a little bit of glue here just to kind of reinforce and give me the ability to kind of move this around. That's cute just like it is, but I digress. Let's get this adorable ephemera on here. I love this stuff. I'd like to thank, this calls for Confetti for sending out this adorable paper and these such cute ephemeras. And let's just go ahead. And I did edge this ephemera as well. Little black, because I cut directly on the black line, and sometimes you cut the black line off, and so you want to replace that. So I'll have just a tiny portion. And I'll use this low profile foam tape to pop up the packages here. Okay, just to give a little added dimension. And then I'm going to use a big chunky foam tape to pop up the fa la la la, fa la la, fa la la. So let's see. Let's take a look, check it. Okay. Want to make sure I get my foam circles in the right spot. Perfect. And we'll get those glued down, and then all we have left to do is add our ephemera because we already have the insides done. So you can see part of that circle. Let's go ahead and pour this confetti out into a little tidy tray here. And I'll transfer that into one of those little plastic containers because I have one of those organizers. Because if I leave stuff around in bags, I tend not to use it because it's not, you know, it's kind of out of sight and out of mind. So I'll just kind of decide where I'm going to put these. And they don't show up a whole lot on here, but they're fine. It's going to add that just tiny bit of shine. And I'm just picking through, finding the sizes that I want. So it looks like they come in about 3 different sizes. I love their confetti. It's wonderful. Okay, there's that one. Let's do this one. This one's easier to decide because there's a lot of sort of blank space. Although you may not be able to see it on the video, there's tiny little soft white dots like snow inside of that light pink, more solid looking paper. And I'll do 2 more down here. Get those moved around where I want them. No, I'm going to do 3 down here. So I'm going to do an even number, but the way they're spaced works. Did I do 3? Yeah, I did. Okay, so here's this one with the Merry Christmas and a little pop-up mechanism inside. And then this one with the adorable, goofy-looking reindeer and packages. And another Merry Christmas with naughty and nice. There's our cards. I hope you like this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to visit everybody along the hop. And here's some still photos of the 2 cards that I made. Take care. Bye-bye.